So what's the UK abrochi memuha? Na when your car akwenshie bi enyo fo. Anase adokita fo ahwe wa wan hwe yi. Right claim betumi aboa wa ma wagisi kan pimpin bebre. Ya wo UK a lawyer fo etitru anase ekuku damfo a betumi aboa wo afonko ama. Kosi se we sika no beba. Eno ani se wo be ko www.rightclaims.co.uk. Na wa fill wo form. Wo betumi afre yen wo number ya ewu figure ase. Say a cancel of flights, and now say when your flight delay for over don shremiensa, may trek 3 hours, and ko bebia. Right claims bet me aboa ma ahanso wa Jessica. Right claims, it's as simple as that.
Green Select Glucometer from Costless Ventures. Safidi kitwaya etimimpo e show botomi eboa ma uhunu sugar level abribia. Wana ho diabetes anayarea hodwa emma sugar level. Esote wo brano no. Safidi e pepo nka ye baby bia wo bia no wada won so akohu doctor ntem. Na wo dry betimi ma blood sugar no aye pepepe. With Green Select blood glucose monitoring system, you get your test results in 5 seconds. And you 5 seconds per now results are ready. And it's suitable for persons of all age. Na ne boa so de at the form of Call Costless Ventures now on 0205-915-315. Green Select Glucometer, the best. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Okay, so the action on radio is what I give to you anytime you see me sitting like this here on Sammy Flex TV. And because I know sometimes you are so busy during the day, you don't even get time to listen to what we do on radio, I have introduced this particular segment called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. Here what I do is whatever we did on Zylofon 102.1 FM on a special program called Showbiz Agenda, I give you all the highlights. I know you might not have time to listen to all the 3-hour program, so what I do is I come down, call my team, and we say that people would want to hear this, they want to see this, we piece them together for you to enjoy. It is called the highlights of Showbiz Agenda. So today's episode is going to give you one of such, taken from Zylofon FM's Showbiz Agenda. All that you have to do is to sit, relax, enjoy, and still get the moment just as it was live on radio. I did this with my team led by Digital Rasta Currency, Richie Flex, Ya Lapiji, Nana Reagan, and Team Dodo Solomon, aka Chamo, and MC Berima as well. Now you have to relax, and anytime you want to know what is happening on Zylofon FM, this is what you have to do. Subscribe to this channel, Sammy Flex TV, get all the updates, and even if you're not able to listen to what we do on radio, you get a chance to watch it here on Sammy Flex TV later. Enjoy the moment, and you can always share your comments with us here on the show. Enjoy, and let's do more. We're out.
Adam, did you follow the VGMAs?
Yeah, I did. I followed.
In terms of satisfaction, let me get your mark. 100%. What would you score them?
Oh, for me, I will score them. I'll score them 90.
Wow.
The 10 which I will not give to them is the voiceover. It's too flat for me.
Train. Voiceover in the announcement?
Yes, of the nominees.
Oh, I know they say there no problem.
Oh, see, it's part of the build-up.
No. You guys shouldn't do this. Someone has sat on a board. He's done the greatest of works. Put out Put out a nomination. You think that in terms of category definition, who qualified, he got everything right. Now you are talking about what? Voiceover? Bro. What are you talking about? I'll come. Voice over there. Don't start.
We've known VGMA for the past 22 years. We've listened to their voiceovers for many years.
Why were you not hearing the announcement? Were you not hearing what the person was saying?
It's a scheme. What do you think made people talk about 3 Music Awards? It's excitement, and everything which will bring the excitement must be paid attention to. It is part of it. It is. You see, excitement. You need to create an experience, and when you are creating an experience, every element will be to create an experience. You need to lay your hand on it and make it memorable. What you say? So why do you think they don't just go for anybody to do the voiceover if it's not important? I think it's not more fun command and color no more. It tells you that it's important.
Maybe. I like,
but that's the lighter part, you know.
Adam, it's okay. Adam, it's okay. Adam, it is okay. It is okay. I'm coming back to you. Yeah,
Bobby.
But also I follow nominations, release. No, I follow the.
I follow me 1 or 2 be online.
Okay. In room, but it be room.
Yeah.
But in all no or remark your day. Me person is score. And score 100%. I be on bearing.
Oh, memo 90.
90. Okay. Also 10% near then.
10% in each so perfect.
Okay, good. My stress. The VGMA nomination so far.
As in the announcement.
Yeah, I'm talking about the nominations.
What are we talking about?
The nominations.
The whole thing.
The nominate, as in category by category, who got nominated. That's what we are looking at. Do you think they scored, and what will even be your own score for them?
Yeah, I mean, my score, I would say, I'll give it 90. I'll give it about.
You also 90. Give it 90.
Yeah,
okay, good.
That's just general.
We're going to have a discussion proper. I'll tell you, how about you,
Sammy? The vaginas are back.
Yeah, they are back.
It's good to have it around, this time. Even though I feel the build up is a little slow and all that, I'll give them 60.
Okay, man. The VGMA discussion is on here on Showbiz Agenda. Let's try to clear Adam's confusion so it doesn't disturb him in the submissions. Adam, welcome.
Thank you, boss.
So what are you saying is your problem?
You know, what I'm saying is that VGMA is 22 years. We have been listening to voiceovers in the VGMA. You see, after the 3 music awards, many people were not talking about even the people who won. People were talking about some of the extras which brought some level of excitement.
You mean people who got the nominations?
No, I mean people,
3 music awards. Okay.
People were not talking about even the winners.
Those who
were
won.
talking about what brought the excitement.
I missed it.
So since we have followed VGMAs for 22 years, we have known them that they have that penchant to create excitement. And this is not one of their best when it comes to voiceover, because the reason I'm pointing this out is that on the main awards night, now it's mostly going to be virtual. The same voiceover will be played there. If they are not cautioned, they will take this to that, and it can make the show boring, and it can create avenue for people to attack them. So I'm just cautioning them. If voiceover is not important, they would have gone for young girls and boys
to just
do it, because it's art color. You have so many platforms or avenues to create excitement, and the voiceover is one. Because if you look at the concept of advertising, any advert, every good copywriter will tell you that the most important part of an advert becomes one of the important is the call to action, where you want someone to take a certain action. So when you are doing advert, they will tell you, you see, they need to call you to act. So when you are doing a voiceover, there should be some element to excite someone about what you are selling, the product. You see,
and you think that so far with what you heard,
comparing it to their own voiceovers over the years, I think they need to up that department to the main awards night.
Okay.
Because we know them, they do fine voiceovers.
Okay.
We know the VGMA. Okay. And this is not one of the things.
Let me see if I can listen to one of them. As a matter of fact, over the weekend, like I said, I was out of town, therefore I was out of touch. So we are back to our glory. Adam Mensah Chatome, he is a follower of the scheme. In fact, I'm sure he's one of the key people the scheme calls when they have some things to put out. Therefore, whatever he's saying is a serious concern that we need to pay attention to. Let's listen to this voiceover and do the analysis. Really, is it of low quality as he wants us to understand it?
VGMA 22, stronger with music. Best hip life hip hop artist, Eno Baroni, Joey B, Keche, Kofi Jamal, Chrissy Arthur, Medical, Sarkodia, Young Talk.
Do you have some of the past ones?
Yes.
From George Quay.
Yeah, we could get it. We could get one of the past ones.
You need the past ones. Let's
man.
Can I say something?
Wait, Otin. Hold on. Whatever you want to say, keep it. You're about to say it. Adam.
Yes, sir.
So you think this takes away some excitement?
Of course, it's just flat. It's not. You see, it's not one of the things we know them for. We've listened to VGMA voiceovers, and I think they need to up it. Maybe they didn't pay particular attention to that, but I want to draw their attention to it because it's one of the avenues they can add excitement to the event. So I'm just pointing it out to them. They can take it or they can leave it because
I'm thinking beyond what you are saying. As it stands now, you are blocking someone's revenue.
Oh, it's not that.
No, it is. No, wait. Sometimes when you're having a discussion and you guys are talking, I sit here and I ask myself so many questions. Just that I don't gag. I cannot do it. Okay, so feel free and flow. So maybe over the years, one voice has been doing it. That is what your ears are tuned to. Wait, Adam, you are on the mic, you talk. That's what you are tuned to. That guy is making all the back sense. This year, another guy comes in. His check has been signed him. Now on this platform, I know how the VGMA guys listen to this platform and they take some of the things we say very important and seriously. Now you are saying the voice was dry. What do you mean that guy needs to be fired? He can't do it again.
This is why I step in. Sammy, do you understand or do you know why anytime I do a voiceover, when I want it to go that epic, it goes. When I want it to sound that flat, it does. Because one, I'm a producer. I understand the software. I can engineer the software to bring that epicness and illusion from just anything at all. All that I need is to guide you on what I want. So first of all, I would not blame this guy so much. I will blame whoever recorded the voice. Because sometimes once
another person has also been called.
Once you
or who mixed the voice.
I'm talking about the producer, the engineer
in general.
So he who record first, then treat, mix, master, add the effect and everything to give it that touch. Because somebody.
So you think that it is not the voice-over artist?
No, Sammy.
It is the engineer or the producers who work.
This same guy should come. Let's re-engineer this whole bit again, and Sammy, you will see the magic. So it's not just about the one doing the voice. You can have even a kid coach the person what to say, what to do. The rest is up to you. I can change your voice a million times, change your tone, change your pitch, everything. Dual your voice to get the energy, the vim, the excitement, and the kind of ambience that I will add to it. That is what is going to give you that mood. The mood and the pace is not set most of the time by the voice. Yes, the voice can do that, but the ambience that the person gives it, that's why you watch a Rambo song and you hear the ambience around. So, Charlie, with your
movie, Rambo movie.
Yes, and you Charlie with your and you hear something, hey Charlie, you be like some people they can't, do one, two. So it's the ambience that determines how you feel. So please, let's not blame whoever did
he's not blaming the voiceover artist. He's actually blaming the organization that the whole voiceover thing.
Let's narrow it down. Now the organization, who did the voiceover? Sometimes let's point it. Who did the voiceover? Who recorded the voiceover? So who
mixed and mastered it?
Who mixed and mastered it? Who created the ambience? That's why even in movies, once Kofi Asamoah is done doing their movie, once Kobe Rana is done doing their movie, they call a music scorer to come score the entire movie, and that gives the emotions that is attached to the movie. So let's not it's the two people. You're recording and then you're mixing master.
Wait, what Adam has started. Now this guy said, Brasavi, good morning to you and your panel. It is not only a dry voiceover, but some kung fu sound. Is it? But some kung fu sound becomes after the name is mentioned, and it's irritating.
The whoosh, yes. Too much of the heights, which was not theirs. So you feel that and it's very irritating since it keeps coming over and over and over. I wish, Charlie, something needs to be done. To me, this is not too late. Something really can be done because the main event is coming up. So something can be done.
I thought this was no case, but you guys are really making a case out of this. My Squares, you are also a producer, so I don't know if you agree. Based on
what I just heard, the first thing I felt was it was harsh. Like the mix and the frequencies. So that whoosh sound and the high end, like it's very piercing on the ear. Because I need, like, I'm very particular with my ears. Like makata. Do you get me? No, to protect, because listen, if this is how you survive, this is like this is my, like, these are insured.
This is your investment.
Do you get me? But the point is, Adam made a very good point that if you're playing this on a massive set of speakers in a big arena or somewhere like that, it will be very, very harsh, and most importantly, the message might be lost because the whoosh sound and everything else and the frequencies will take you away from listening to the message. So I think it's a bit harsh how it's been executed. I don't know if it's the fault of the person who's artist. Yeah, it's probably not his fault, to be fair. It's either, I don't know if the producer is different from the person who mixes and masters, or if it's the same person. Like you were saying before about the ambience and stuff like that, is really crucial because, like, the soundscape, the bed, because it conflicts a bit. There's a little bit of kind of African kind of drums and stuff in the background. Do you also agree with Adam that it takes away some excitement? Indeed, I think it takes away clarity. For me, it takes away, not excitement. I mean, I don't know if I'm looking for this for clarity. For clarity, I'm also asking one or two because we heard everything he said. So where clarity means what? Well, not necessarily, because for me, I didn't hear everything. I mean, obviously, if it's played over and over again, I hear everything. But as soon as it was played, my first reaction was, it's harsh. So let me protect my ears, because it's the frequencies were like quite harsh. I'll tell you, high definition takes away the excitement of 720. VHS video cassette. It was so exciting until CDs came. DVDs came. So once you go watch DVD for some joint, you come, they put the VHS inside, and then you are sleeping. Not because the content they don't know nice. But the presentation way that they give to you, it's not nice, so it makes you want to sleep. Okay, let's go back into time where in 2018 an announcement was made with this voice, and Adam Mensah Chotomes saying that they need to pay attention to some of these things. Listen to this.
Gospel Artist of the Year, Joyce Blessing, Patience Nyako, Joe Metal, Celestine Donko, Gifty Osei, Nasi,
Edem Mensah. Yow. Onene Yagi.
Bra, the question here. Sir, Oshania is see and chair comparisons. I'm for you, brain. Sir Jumana Swan. And yeah, I won't pay attention to certain things. Meka say bia me imagine alcohol no more until say Adam Erezi. Yeah. But like Nyameka, I won't really blame the entire way part of it be. But some part, so you can't take it out because I know so never garnish the whole show. And I feel say Omakasa technically no mati near Omo Pache na say. But I also want us to understand say bigger picture no microphone mutibom. you push your to do something, and we are pushing them to also show us something. Even if they are not ready, they must do it. Into almost share beer. Almost feel say, almost the better man for who's almost more. Maybe a mom refi. New marketing kitty, so I add it up to what really people want to see. But in all, no, say, Oman can't go be any.
Okay, so initially it was done by George Quay.
Sure.
And this time around, George Quay is no more with them. But they could have still called for his service.
Of course.
Yeah, he doesn't work with you, but this is work and pay. George Quay, do our voiceovers for us and we pay you. Maybe Jay Foley, do it for us. Maybe Antoinette, do it for us. We pay you. I don't know why. Maybe it did not go what we are expecting it to have gone. But Tony Asankuma is also challenging you. He says, Bossman, the key thing here Eden mentioned is there is no call to action. What exactly is the VGMA wanting us to do after mentioning the nominees? No excitement whipped? Is that what you mean? Because that is what he's also calling you to know. But DJ Seal, who is my friend, he works at the Ghana Post Office, also says, Sammy, Edem is right. The voice is too light. Edem is so right, man. The voice is so light. Yes, I'm rhyming there. Kenzie K, Kakra. Said one voice makes you want to listen to more, but one goes like, don't even listen to anything. Dollar T. Davis says Edem is absolutely right on his observation. Okay, that is just by the way. So we are all agreeing that they could have done better with the voiceover in the announcement.
Yeah, and they should pay attention to it.
Okay, yes. Now,
but I think Otin's point has to be reiterated, which is, you know, you can use that same vocal stem. And create a different mix. It's just about the frequencies and the mix. So I don't want it to be a thing of, oh, why didn't they call George? Why didn't they call this person? Because you can deliver, you know, a very similar feeling frequency on the ear with just two things. Treating the vocal differently, and then that harsh sound, that whoosh, like totally cutting out all of the high frequencies, and then just maybe rebalancing some of the music in the background. So I think it's a balance and mixing thing. I don't think it's the voiceover artist thing, but you know, Ya's point is very, very important, which is let's not be diverted away from like the bigger picture of what the VGMAs are doing and are continuing to do. Like I think if we focus too much on this, you know, listen, if you ask somebody to criticize something, whatever it is in this world, someone will always find something
with it.
Exactly. So you know, let's but it is a good point at the end of the day. Like, let's not ignore it, but let's just take it and fix it and keep it moving, I think.
Okay, so let's talk about the nominations now. And one of the new things that the VGMA has brought this year is the introduction of the two new categories. That is the Afrobeat, Afropop Artist of the Year and EP of the Year. Otin, what do you think about this addition? What do you think about the new introductions for the VGMA? Two new categories, Afrobeat, Afropop Artist of the Year and EP of the Year.
I think it's very good. Innovation is the way to go in terms of this is a public institution.
Okay.
They dwell on what the musicians produce or do most. And you realize after some time, when they realize the albums were not coming, people are doing more EPs.
Yeah.
Why don't we then add the EP to it? So just in case the album doesn't come. Because when you check out the EP, most of the time the album will come, you have the whole song from the EP on there with just one or two additions. But if this is what they are doing instead of that, well, then let's acknowledge it. You know, Afropop now is a world thing. When you go to all platforms, way back some 6-7 years ago, you wouldn't find Afropop on the genres. But now when you go to all the platforms, you see Afropop. So you can choose Afropop actually instead of like the world. It used to be world music. Now you can choose Afropop, which then directs to wherever, you know, is coming from. So I think it's very good. If this Asaka music as it stands the test of time and it proves itself Just like Afropop has come to stay and has proven itself over time, I believe gradually, why not? They will still open and keep adding new innovations there to broaden, so that it wouldn't be for just a section of some people, or as to which people that's what gets or get to deserve what is given, but then everybody. So I think this is a brilliant and kudos to them.
I'll ask another question on there, but let me also ask Mike just what he thinks about the new introduction, the 2 new categories.
Yeah, I think it's moving with the times. It's important to stay current, and that's exactly what they've done. I think there was some kind of a campaign almost at one point with Kelvin Boy and stuff like that. And
for Kelvin Boy, Afrobeats thing, he has really fought hard.
And even with that, like I feel like there was some potential like misinterpretation of maybe what he was trying to like advocate for and stuff. But overall, I think it's a positive thing. It's positive. The more genres, the better, and especially genres that are currently relevant is key. And also from a strategic perspective, it would be ridiculous for them to have not done that, because then you're just cutting yourself out of the market. Because if everybody's talking about Afropop and recognizing it as a global genre, and you're not, I was talking to George Quay this morning, for example, and he was reiterating that obviously he doesn't work there anymore, but from his perspective is still the biggest award scheme sub-Sahara. So for an award scheme of such caliber to not have those type of genres like Afropop and stuff, I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. So they have to do what they have to do.
I have been part of a conversation that says that the introduction of EP of the year will start making artists lazy, in the sense that they will now not think about working very hard in putting out albums, but they will just get 2, 3. Have an EP.
Look, there was even an interview with Beyonce the other day, and she said something that is so true. Artists are not making albums anymore. Like that is just not the industry that we're in currently. Do you understand? I don't think it's a up and coming artist problem, or just across the board because of streaming. Look, let me break it down very quickly, right? Back in the day, if you liked a song on an album, right, and it wasn't released as a single, the only way you could get that song is if you bought the album, right?
That's true. Like
you have to buy the album, maybe at track number 7, but it's not a single. To listen to track number 7, you have to buy the CD and listen to the whole album, right? So effectively, people were making a lot more money because by force you're going to buy that album.
Exactly.
Then when iTunes came into the market, it started to completely destroy the concept of an album, because you could purchase whichever song you like, even if it's not a single. You could just click on that song, 79p or $1 or whatever. Open a wee. Do you get me? Then streaming came in, and with streaming, it was even more enforced in terms of song by song. Do you understand? And what happens for artists now is, say for example, Audiomack or Spotify or whatever, if you drop a whole album, right, only 1, maybe 2, if you're lucky, songs are going to get onto the huge playlist. They are not going to put all of your songs from your album on the playlist, because it just doesn't work. Like, no one artist, no matter who you are, is going to have 10 spaces on New Music Friday Spotify playlist. So what does the artist have to do to make sure that they keep their investment going? They have to drip feed the songs one by one, even if it's every Friday we drop it back, then it can spread out onto the playlist, etc., etc. So the way we consume music is totally different, and it doesn't allow us to consume albums how we used to. But at the end of the day, we still need to have some kind of body of music. So technically, an EP is anything from sort of like 3 songs to 7. Like that's like, I don't know how it is in Ghana, but that's like the general. So at the end of the day, people have to still package some kind of delivery of music, but people are chopping up their albums.
So the conversation that it is going to make artists lazy is not right.
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
I just think that's
is
just
the way to go now.
I just think it's how people consume music now. People consume music by playlists, and they pick what they want, and they create their own albums, which we now know as playlists.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Adam, still talking about the introduction of the EP of the year and Afrobeat Afropop Artist of the Year. I'm even getting notifications.
And there was another one which is like they have modified this. People are not talking about it. I think last year we had a conversation here about the best rapper of the year. This time around, it is known as the best rap performance because we were saying that. Are you talking about all the raps the person has done in the year or a particular song? You need to, like it is done in other international awards, and they heeded to that. This year, it is the best rap performance. So they bring the song. It can be even a song you were featured, but you rapped on the song. Then they say, okay, based on your rap on this song, we think you are the best. You had the best rap performance. So that change
that definition
has also
changed.
been done.
And you think it is positive?
It is positive because it
so
will
on a
help us.
particular song, your performance will determine whether you qualify as the best rap
Of
artist.
course.
Okay.
So that someone will not say, Kwawi rap band or you can listen to the best rap performance on that song and know that indeed.
But is it the performance of on the record or performance live?
On the record.
On the record.
So
yes, on
when
the
you look at
like the delivery on the record.
So if you look at the nominees, they have the song attached to their name.
Okay. But is the category definition for VGMA 22 is that out?
It should be out. Now that the nominations are out, it should be out.
Okay.
Yeah. And Data will get that for us as early as possible.
And I think it is a good way to go, especially with the EP, because it's like it has become the order of the day. And if it becomes order of the day, it means there is something triggering that. And when that thing is not checked, now there are no executive producers, record labels are not there, and albums are capital intensive when it comes to production and promotion, distribution. So when that thing is not stopping anywhere, it means that the thing of the EP will go on for a very long time. So it is good you recognize it so that those who are doing it will feel that there is some standard check so that they up their game. So for me, I think it is a right step.
Want it maybe with time cancel out album of the year, because now we also know how artists would want to work with speed.
You see,
in the next year or two, he wants to always put out a new work. If now I'm going to get recognition for a compilation of just 5 songs body of work, and I'll get recognition, why should I wait to do a full album? And with time, I am scared that it might cancel out album of the year.
You see, the situations of musicians are not the same, and the focus and directions are not the same. Maybe an artist A wants a certain kind of repertoire. Artist A is aiming a certain kind of recognition that differs from artist B. So doing of albums and EPs depends on the goal of the artist and his management. And if they feel it's important for them to do, they will do. This year, they have been recognized. We still have album of the year category, and we got songs, and even some didn't get it. Some were not nominated for the album of the year. It tells you that we have them. I'm not sure it will stop.
I don't think it can cancel it.
Yes. And even this is happening world over.
Yeah.
And it's not a Ghana thing.
Because at the end of the day, an album, is a bigger project. Overall, it's more investment. It's showing more creativity. It's a bigger project. So it's a bigger brother. It's a bigger boy than an EP. So I feel like I can't see it canceling out. But what will happen though is that it will become almost like a natural thing that somebody starts with singles, then when they have some kind of demand,
they do EP.
for a body of work, then they'll do an EP.
Then
when now you have the budget and everything else to back it.
The budget is never coming for artists. The artists get money, and some of them, it is so hard for them to reinvest that money. So that budget you are talking about, I wonder how to. I think wait, let me listen to Yao Gray on the additions. And no, sir, onon kasai intima onosun kasabi. There's another point. The Ghana Music Live did not add. And this one is thanks Kwabena Radio for calling my attention to it. He says it seems they have best international song as well, and here as meaning Ghanaian artists featuring a foreign artist on. I guess that wasn't also part of their list. Yeah, I saw something like that as well. Yes, they say EP no munana moye unsu jina mubi.
Really, I don't think EP will overtake like albums, artists behind where they are looking at, because Shatta Betima can say Newman continue releasing EP, but he's working on album. Stonebwoy could do the same. Sarkodie can do the same. So to me, there are still certain examples such as the album really is the thing. I don't think every record label will also just love to see their artists just dwelling on EPs. Some will also love they will do that. But me happy about is somebody fighting a fighter and fighting a recognition, and that's Kevin Boy. Yeah, he started this and it looked like he's biting more than he can chew. But today, FNs also tiasi na esi obitimi de tu no hosu any opebia say me na me concerned to kwan, because all started do na couple of artists really wanted that to happen, but nobody voiced out. Apart from him really taking it to a certain level to gain even people hate him for all that. So I really want to big him up. Say, yo man, award crown and we need beer. What contributed to something that and that's what he stands for, and I'm really happy for that.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, I agree. Now there are some questions I would want you guys to try give me answers, especially after. Say again.
I will do my second before you do.
Which second?
Then I have some issue to agree, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. One is, after the nominations of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, I've seen some talkability from industry experts on social media, some saying that, but this is exactly what 3 Music Awards gave us. And out of some of these discussions, I'm asking some questions that, what will be some of the advantages and disadvantages of us having maybe multiple music award schemes in Ghana? Because so many talk in town. Over here, what the guys did. Because remember, 3 Music Awards also introduced the EP of the year. And now it has also been captured in the VGMAs. Meanwhile, we are praying for multiple schemes. Some nominations, just as 3 Music Awards gave us, almost the same for VGMAs. Is it wrong? Are we, as much as 3 Music Awards has come to stay, are we expecting them to be entirely different from the VGMAs? So why all this talk? So one, what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of a multiple award schemes in our industry, or multiple award schemes in our industry? Are we expecting VGMA and 3 Music Awards to have different nominations with maybe similar category understanding, like EP of the year? Are we expecting to see the same EP of the year categories as they were represented in the 3 Music Awards? Let's have some answers. Or maybe you can start because you were saying something, then you bring it in, you continue.
Sammy, EP, Pape Woman, Air 5. 5E, Nasa 3 Music, Aqua Researcher, Unsapa Pane Woman, Air 5. Na VGM is so Swashuban, so no crap, Papa Woman, so Air 5 in TS, you are nominated. What is wrong with that? There's absolutely nothing wrong. And you see, there's one thing that we should always know. You see, if you've been around men who have 2 wives, they will tell you how they two all behave themselves. Because if number 2 doesn't behave, number 1 is behaving, so he'll be getting all the sleepovers. So number 1 has no choice than to behave, because we are there at home. this is an industry. These awards is for the industry. So if someone toils to get all the research done, as much as you can disagree with one or two, everything entirely can't be swept off, under the carpet.
No, so far.
You no pay your research.
But would they do you think that on their board meetings or during their board meetings, do you think they would take, for instance, EP of the year? This is what say 3 music awards did. Do you think they would consider that, or they would throw them away? They wouldn't use anything.
If they have to do that,
they have to do what?
If they realize 3 music has done something positive,
okay,
and they throw it away because 3 music and as a country we even have that issue. MPP will start a road, NDC will come and say this road is on hold because we don't know the fans what, and we'll put it on hold, and they will start another road somewhere. MPP will start a building, NDC too will start a building, MPP will come and say no, we won't continue because we don't know where the fans are.
When the budget fans
so say we won't continue. But what they have forgotten is it's none of their mother's money. It is we, the taxpayers, our money. So what do? Whether we're going to look into it or we don't look into it, we make sure the project keeps going to elevate who? Not the party, the country. So if somebody does something right and is good, what does it go on to elevate? It elevates the industry and our credibility and how well we all can come to understand, say, because second opinion means positivity is there. That doesn't guarantee a win because ebi ananipa 4,000 vote to ma academy vote say we vote say but uchanye ebi ababa VGMA no 4,000 ebi ana dan ensure mo enti no 2,000 pen vote academy vote say we vote say. So we can have the same people in the same basket, but we cannot guarantee the same wins for the same wins when it comes to this and that. So I think, sir, when people deserve, give it to them. But as to who become the utmost winner is determined by the vote and all that comes up. And one thing that I was addressing is the EP bit and the album bit. If you're an artist and Ghana is your benchmark, you can keep doing your EP. You understand?
Why you think if you do an EP you are limited?
No. What I'm saying is, if you are an artist and Ghana is your benchmark, you can still keep doing your EP because the last time I checked, Grammy
was not recognizing EPs.
Headies
was not maybe now that it has started from.
As I said, the last time I checked, I said they won't. I didn't say they won't. I said the last time I checked, they were not recognizing all of them. But the album bit that has slowed, I'm putting it on record, is because of Sabi Nkwasi Anyuma Yegeni lately. That is what has given the irrelevance to albums. Because obitimi ya nyom bako ono ankasa tena uti nkwase obeye nyom be 5 obe releasing nyina no so wenye nyansa nyom bako odi nkwase nyom 4 no ba be ka we abe releasing as album mama hwan akoto. Those days when the likes of Obrafo and all those people were releasing albums, Sammy, track 1, hey, track 2, hey, track 3, hey, track 4, hey. Do you need to go buy one on iTunes? Why don't you grab the album, put it in your car and enjoy? Because now baby I there. Because people put work into making sure they achieve what they achieve. And the artist crowd was studio now, he's short of lyrics, crampua. He doesn't even call the elders at home to find out. Exactly something that Trig will do any day. Even if he needs to speak about a certain tribe, he calls somebody who is well endowed in that sectors to make sure he's getting the right information, how to even coil the language. Because in Ga, for instance, the other way. And Ghana also the enemy the other way. So the right pronunciations even matters. We don't put much research in our music, and we feel like Charlie, it needs to go. It needs to go. It needs to go. I think if we take our time and put a lot of work in the songs that we produce, you realize over time, even if you release singles, you can still pile the entire thing up and then make it an album. Calculate and date back, how many people have released songs that never made it onto their album because we all realized that those were trash and shitty songs. A typical example, not to anything, but we realized Shatta had one of the biggest songs, which was not on his album, and that was the song that we were playing. I think if you can remind me of that song, it was one of
whose song?
Shatta. He had a very big song. That was the song that we were all playing, but it wasn't even on his album.
Yeah. And I know what you're talking about.
You understand? So what would make somebody release a song that is banging, good songs, and still that same song?
I think it's I Know My Level.
Exactly.
I Know My Level, yeah.
And it won't make it onto the album. What went into putting the album together and all that? So finally, what you realize and say that I Know My Level was doing massively, super.
But it wasn't on the album.
But wasn't on the album.
Yeah.
So why won't I go and buy I Know My Level? Because not only is it a great tune, it's an inspirational tune that every morning when you wake up, it tells you, no matter who you are, you have your own share in the life that we're living. So Sammy, our trash and shitty songs is the reason why we are using we are releasing EPs instead of albums. We should learn from our old folks and know, let's put much work into every single project that we make, like our first, like our last, and it will go all the way to benefit.
Okay, thank you, Otin. Mike's question.
Yeah. No, but one thing we have to remember also though is that the definition of an album is constantly changing. Like what is categorized. So you mentioned Grammys. If you go in the Grammy criteria, an album is anything that has to be at least 5 songs or minimum of 15 minutes, which we would say is an EP. Do you see what I mean? Because so what they're doing is they're doing the same thing in a different way. They are not calling it EP, but they're changing their criteria for what is classified as an album. So sometimes when we are saying EP, album, well, what do you mean by EP? What do you mean? Because like I said before, it will be in a definition. Do you understand? So that's why I initially, and even when we were talking last week about the 3 music awards.
If you define your extended play as an album, then you will be limited as an extended play.
But exactly. So that's why I'm saying it's a case by case basis.
One after the other.
It's a case by case basis.
Some people use EPs. Some EPs are selected into their album of the year.
But why are you calling it EP? It's a case by case. If we so that's why I'm saying I feel like sometimes you follow Nyema, but you're researching it, because right now the general consensus is say EP
people are doing more EPs
is more EPs, but at the end of the day, Grammy and Kasakra now they have shortened, because if you look back for when Grammy started, that definitely I used to be a member of the academy, and this was maybe a few years ago. It wasn't 5. That wasn't the criteria. That has now been changed. I don't know exactly what year they changed it, but it keeps changing. It keeps changing. Minimum 15 minutes. 15 minutes is like a single. Back in the day, right? A single would be 5 songs, because you'd have the remixes and it was all still classified as a single.
Did for all my life.
Exactly, because you'd have the ISRC codes, which would all be in sequence, but it's all still classified as a single. So the classifications are constantly changing. So when we're making these presentations and comparisons, we have to make sure that we know the classifications. Do you see what I mean?
Thank you so much. Adam, you want to add something to it? Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about the multiple award schemes. I think it is good for our own good, because definitely when there is competition, it doesn't allow for complacency. So it means that every scheme would be a check on the other, and that will make them put their houses in order, so that we get value for money. And that aside, it also brings creativity. You see, definitely. If this scheme is doing this, you also want to do this.
Yeah.
And what happens is that when that thing happens, they all improve themselves and get that is a good scheme. That notwithstanding, you see, both award schemes have different boards, and they have different research teams. At times, some of them do not chart certain waters. You know, there are some uncharted territories. So maybe a scheme A will not look into a certain artist. Or
Talk to your mic. Talk to
will not look into a certain space. Then award scheme B will go and chart that uncharted territory and bring a certain artist out. So when somebody leaves a certain space, the other scheme will come and cover up. At the end of the day, what happens is that the industry will benefit. It delivers value for industry. And don't forget that this also comes with some level of, financial reward. There are musicians that are built to perform. There are sound engineers who get work to do, lighting. There are video vixens, creative directors. So many people involved in the value chain. What it means is that their economy will boom. And when their economy booms, because there are a lot of schemes, and the music economy and all those involved in the value chain are getting gigs to play, they can improve their production. Because if you're
to add to what you're saying, supporting you, one thing when I was talking to George that he mentioned that I thought was very interesting, I don't know the facts about it, but he said I could mention it, was that from his perspective, what he said, which was interesting, was that like the VGMAs, it's always been seen as a very heavily sponsored, obviously the Vodafone, blah blah blah, so into Scanwar, so they are always charged a lot higher by the performers and all the service providers than maybe, for example, a different award scheme who people will sympathize with them. So these are some of the dynamics that I think having healthy competition can bring the balance, but at the same time, I don't know how true, or I don't know the cost breakdowns of those things, but it's a very interesting perspective to if that's what's happening.
Yeah, so definitely it's going to boom the music economy, and it's going to set some level of standards for the scheme and for the artists, because at the end of the day, we have look at the number of, per the fact you gave, the number of artists who were nominated. Many, and you'll be surprised that some of them didn't even pop up in the 3 Music Awards, and there are some people in the 3 Music Awards who did not even pop up in the VGMAs. So at the end of the day, it delivers value for the industry. So we should support all of them so that we get the value.
Research is also putting out that as much as maybe the EP thing will not be what we have been used to, Grammy has even recognized some people's work that were also in the form of an EP. And so many examples have come up. Those so many examples have come up here. Lil Nas X is the youngest male artist ever nominated for Album of the Year, and to him, at the artist, it was an EP for him called the 7 EP. And again, Coffee also won in the Album of the Year, and his to the lady, it was an EP. You understand? Yes. Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying it's a classification of
semantics.
I think what we need to check is the definition for the album, because if an album says any song that has been
the duration.
No, but now what is happening is
definition, not the duration.
But there's no blanket definition anymore. This is the thing. Everybody, VGMA will classify what they classify as. This is what an album is.
That's what I'm saying. Their definition.
Okay, VGMA.
Yes, exactly. They are what's
where is the category breakdown?
Yeah, because
this year is not out. This year is not out.
Yeah. So
and this is what I'm saying. This is why these discussions always. I don't understand why these discussions happen on this level when the first thing you should be putting out, even before the nominee announcements, is the category breakdown. So No, Biati says, okay, album, this is what it means. Performance of the year. Does it mean performing on stage? Does it mean performance on the record? Like, let's have the categories breakdowns out so that the clarity is there.
Okay, let's do this. For now, I want us to also look at the rap performer of the year. And this one says best rap performance. And the artists are all here. Amarado got nominated with his song called Best Rapper. Eno Baroni got nominated with a song called God is a Woman. Joey B got nominated with Cold. Medical got nominated with Stop It. Sarkodie got nominated with Brown Paper Bag, and Strongman with Flawless. Let's do a quick listening. Of these songs.
So maybe when you are done.
Yeah, go ahead. You're going to do the listening.
So like this year's VGMA, it has some interesting facts. You know, Adina. You know, big shouts to Adina. Yeah. She's really worked hard. He's the first lady to get that number of nomination, 11 nomination. You know, and you know these are some of the nominations.
But question, you know, you mentioned Amarado, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what's the category?
Best rap
performer, right? So, for example, he's got Yetinsem, right? Is that like, can that qualify?
No.
Why?
No, it is not yet in some series that is going to qualify him to win or to be nominated.
No, I know, but every time he does yet in some, it's a performance.
Yes.
Even though it's packaged as news or whatever, he's
it depends on the song, the rapper.
So that's why I'm saying the classification is so critical.
So what? You think that to limit him to just one song is not the way to go?
Well, it depends on what VGMA.
Yes, and now that's what they are saying.
Yeah. No, but they haven't said it like in a press release to say this is the breakdown of the categories.
Relax. The category definition is what we have here.
No, we've got the categories, but we don't have the definitions.
It says best rap performance.
There's a category.
That could be anything.
No, Sammy.
It gives an idea of the definition.
Sometimes, as much as you would want it, you would also act like an industry person who knows what is happening. So if last year it was like this, and today they've changed it. Should you also wait to be told that it is this?
So like I was talking about Dina, she had about 11 nominations, and that is like the first female to do that. Why? Reggae dancehall song with why? Best Afrobeat, Afropop, Take Care of You, Record of the Year, Daddy's Little Girl, Best Music Video, why? Songwriter of the Year, Hayden, Best Female Vocal Performance, Hear Me, Collaboration of the Year, Take Care of You, then Best Afrobeat, Afropop Artist, Album of the Year with Araba, then Artist of the Year, the main, and also she did well with the feature, that is Collaboration of the Year with Kiddy, One Man.
Is it?
I'm not getting the.
I'm saying she's the first
female is big enough Adina
to get in. Yes, wow, I was mentioning his nominations.
Yeah.
You know, the person who did that close was Ebony. He had 7 nominations.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand where that
yeah, I'll come. Yeah, listen.
Into the what?
Into the
no. I said
I want to understand the mentioning of the category and everything. How that?
No. He said something. He said some interesting facts.
Yeah, and also if you look at
he said wait. He said some interesting facts. And the fact that Adina is one of the ladies in this year's award scheme with the biggest nominations, 11.
Ebony came close. That is the 18th edition in 2018.
Yeah. There's a fact someone might not know.
With seven nominations, and she won 4. That was posthumously.
Okay.
And the next person who came close, I'm driving at something, is Diana Hamilton. Diana Hamilton also had about.
No, but can we move because it looks like the template. So once you mention the name, then we move on.
Listen, take your time. Take your time. We are doing VGMA review. So this is what he has.
If you go to court, there was something we know. We say prima facie, like I'm laying a certain foundation for something.
Yeah.
The second person. Oh, but if you are talking, nobody interrupts you. Let us.
I think don't mind.
You see, Diana Hamilton also did well.
I think doesn't like the PR.
Diana Hamilton, we are giving facts. Also did well. Artist of the year, songwriter of the year, best gospel song of the year, best music video of the year, best gospel artist of the year, Vodafone most popular song. And the reason I mention these two is they are the first time we are having 2 female artists in the artist of the year. It tells you the body of works these 2 female artists have done, and this is something we need to commend
them for.
And that is why I mentioned the 2 and mentioned the list of nominations they had.
Okay.
And for the first time, we have 2 females fighting for the ultimate in the artist of the year.
Okay.
So most of the times we've talked about how the industry is not treating them well. The
industry is male dominated.
And yes, male dominated. And now we have 2 male breaking out into the ultimate. It tells us that indeed, when you do the good work, you'll be recognized. So big ups to Adina and Diana Hamilton for this wonderful feat.
Thank you so much, Edem Mesa Chotome. You are supporting the females, the female agenda. Okay, it is right. Okay, so I'm going to read the definition. Edem, the definition is finally here. It is on the GhanaMusicAwards.com website. So I'm going to read the definition for the best rap performance, and you will surely know what to do in terms of voting. Are you a voting member of the scheme, Edem? Have you been voting?
No.
You've not voted for VGMA before?
No.
Oh, not even as an academy or?
No.
Hey, Charlie, I was watching around. Oh, because by this time there, Anka Okahumbi. Oten, you have been voting. You have been voting. Yeah. You too. You also don't vote. Hey. Okay. The best rapper of the year is adjudged by the Academy and board. Say again.
Rap performance or rapper man?
On their website, it is there as the best rapper.
Is it last year or this year?
This year. That is what they've released.
And the category name is different.
They said the best rapper of the year is adjudged by the Academy and board as the rap artist with the best word compositions, rhymes and rap dexterity on a song released in the year under review. Adam, does it satisfy you now?
Yeah, on the song, that the latter part, on the song released
in the year under review.
Yeah, but the name confuses.
Which name again?
So it means if you win the best rap song, you become the best rapper of the year.
Exactly.
That's what the category definition is telling us. And I'm satisfied with that.
You are not satisfied?
Yeah.
Okay. This also brings satisfaction. My squares is as confused as anything. No, me about my squares too. Yeah.
Ask the question again. Let me make sure I'm getting this correct.
First, we were looking for the definition.
Yeah.
Now we have it as it has been read, and I'm asking that. Looking at the definition and the nominations, does it satisfy you now? Because initially you were still not sure whether it is on a song or it's on a record.
But the title that you read is different from the category title.
But that is what the understanding of the organizers is.
That if you win the best rap song, you are the best rapper of the year.
Exactly.
That's what what it means.
That's what it means.
And read it one more time.
Okay, it says the best rapper of the year is adjudged by the Academy and board as the rap artist with the best word compositions, rhymes and rap dexterity on a song released in the year under review. On a song.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
It's cool now. Okay, so do you have a favorite here? Because we've listened to some of their songs.
I mean, for me, like Brown Paper Bag was very epic. Like, I think like it wasn't just Sark, right? Is that not the one that Manifest?
Manifest was on it.
Yeah,
but that it is Sark who has been nominated for his rap verse on the song.
Okay. Okay.
maybe Manifest didn't file anything. It could be.
No, it wasn't a Manifest song, so he can't even.
But I mean, can you extract a verse from a song and say only this person's verse has qualified them for a
yes,
nomination?
in this case they can, because they are looking for what you did on a particular song. So what it means is that you could even be a featured artist on a song.
Yeah, I know you could be that.
And they will nominate you as the best rap performance of the year.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get it. Okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, Well, I mean, I felt that overall that record, both Sark and Manifest. So, but hey, if they've picked Sark, cool. But Joey B as well. Like, I just feel like, you know, I really love his overall performance. You know, his wordplay, his flow, his delivery. You know what I mean? Yeah, so those are probably out of what you just played. That's probably like my two like as in specific performances, because I like the other artists, but I for me personally, I don't know if those were the strongest submissions. You know, like particularly like the Amarado, you know, and Strongman as well. Like, I think they've got. I love them as artists. I think they've got other songs. You still
want Amarado to be considered with us here in some series, eh?
No, do you know what? I just think it's a discussion. Like, it's not even like I'm advocating for it, but I think that it's something very clever what he did, and like to what end? Like, because you know, it's good when you see artists being innovative and trying to find ways to get out there, but then when they're being innovative in a way where they're actually rapping each time that they're doing this thing, at what point do you classify that as, okay, it's a side thing, and at what point do you say it is a performance?
Because personally, I know that Amrado put out this particular song, that's the best rapper song for this recognition. Maybe he was so sure that what he has been doing with the series, he wouldn't get it.
He wouldn't get, So he was specific
in putting out this particular song for such a recognition, and it happened for him. Okay, your favorite so far?
Very good morning to Becky and then Francisca. You guys are doing the listening, and then Josephine or Debia. Unfortunately, you're supposed to go to school, but it looks like it's some extension. So be good at home. Sammy, Kizak, the most awarded African rapper. Too much juice, man. Yeah, because
so Charlie,
you've seen it, you've done it. I mean, I've worked with you. I know who you are, Charlie. I mean, you've done it. And Medical, you know, Sammy, I was there the day that Medical lost out on almost all the awards. That was a painful moment. I was sitting like next 1-2 to him, you know, with his nice, you know, suit with an over, you know, coat and all that. Unfortunately, but I mean, subsequently he's proven himself. He taught us that, Charlie, a first misfortune is never what it should let you down, but you can still move
go
on.
Ahead still.
Yeah, and he has proven himself. I think Amrado should be given the chance.
Just be given the chance?
Not just be given the chance. Just is like you haven't done anything and you just need to be given the chance. You see why I won't put Amrado in the midst of the Sacks, the Joeys, and all those guys. Not because they are not equal in terms of their craft. I mean, who releases rap on Kwadia? You're competing with equally any rapper out there. But sometimes you also can advocate and push for some eye to be given to somebody to get that recognition. And I think the year under review, let's not downplay anything. The year Tinsem and Yanyum Kro. It's a rap.
But
so sometimes relevance and all that, there are so many things that comes to play, even though the category you know states such. But I think under the year, this guy has been on his toes. He has rose.
In the year under review, but the understanding we have now, what it means is that anybody they don't make sense to what we are talking about.
So I mean, yes, it might not make sense, but we won't also downplay that activity of that young chap who rose from nothing to a household name within a shortest time with that effort. I mean, it's great. Notwithstanding that, like I said, SAC, you know, medical, you know. I mean,
why do you want to sound like you want to retire them?
No, I'm not retiring them. But there are some people, anytime they stand in the midst of others, obviously they become the go-to people to actually take the crown.
The top of mind kind
precisely. But don't forget, last time we were talking here, the top of mind all the time, because they have built a reputation over time. Their names has become household. Sometimes when you get behind the seat, you realize that other guys are doing so well. So I think, to me,
Amrado.
Adam.
Best rap performance.
Yeah.
So the category definition is what it is. Don't be confused.
Yeah.
Yes, over there it is still best rapper. But
I understand. If you win, you become the ultimate best rapper of the year. I mean, I'm choosing to Joey B and Sarkodie are my favorites in terms of their song for the best rap. Any of them can win for this category.
Yeah, the audio.
Yeah, me the content in effort. There's no man Sax song.
Brown paper bag.
He was talking about our stuff that we all need to project as Africans. It's not just about the rap bars and stuff like that. And I feel if I have to choose one, and my boy and not at all, masum with Nyama me pitié. I don't just say a better singing, but that's what on this tracks I'm eating. I'll go for Sax Own and Joey B.
Okay. Inti Army Lions, mo person mo say ahanso ebe boy ana. Cause 3 music awards mo mane e boy. As Army Lions, mo person mo say ebe boy ana. This time round, we are about to intensify our campaign. We are about to change our campaign strategies. Amrado, yes, as much as the Yetin something is not playing any key role here, we will make sure that we will do all the necessary noise. Someone like My Quest is not too happy that Amrado's Yetin Sem is not getting the necessary recognition, but he's not able to say it with all the vim and vigor. We will help him to trumpet this. We help him to trumpet this.
No, if he puts it in an album, if he did Yetin Sem and dropped it as an album, because at the end of the day, let's be fair. You have to still go back to the category definitions.
Yeah.
So for me, if I was part of their team, I don't know if it falls into the window of the category, but I would have packaged. Oh yeah, EP. Right? Have you said? EP, how many tracks? 4 or 5?
Maximum 6.
Could, exactly. So you could have just now all drop every month all drop it EP. Yeah. No, but this is what I mean by strategy. This is what I mean by also having that, because you know that there is no category for news rapper of the year, for example.
Yeah.
So how do you package it to make sure you get into other categories? Because at the end of the day, if you packaged it like that, and he would have had probably going on to at least 4, 5, 6 EPs of just Yetin Sem Volume 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
You flood the market by all means.
I think this is also wisdom. This wisdom. Team Army Lions, you guys should listen. We are winning, whether they like it or not.